toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. The Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense, puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
Snap it to the back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Tight end finds a soft spot, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 11th play of this opening drive coming up, at this one, a third and long. Bust through behind his pad. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for 3rd and California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
It might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. He better...
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Looking for a man. It's Mung. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Shaw. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll leave it with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Mung. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's moving out of the pocket. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Husker.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working. getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. One final play before the end of the quarter. Quick completion to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Flips it out to the back. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here comes the punt team. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Mung. He's got his man. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pushes ahead for a pickup of one down to the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Huskers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After run, now throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean.
He'll start this drive firing.
No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's looking for a man on second down. Got the quick pass. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wants to throw it again. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The inside handoff. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the 1st half. Calls his own number. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to...
And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To the air, it's Mung. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
With jet sweep pass. To the 15. Off he goes. He was off to the races, and they finally get him down at the 5-yard line.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down.
Into the end zone for a touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football calm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Mung. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. Placement. Only the receiver could get it. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Whitaker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whitaker. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down moment.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Let's see what they've got on second down. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Got his man down the middle. And it's in for a touchdown. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's off. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Mung. Release to the back. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the target. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're going to throw it again. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
Intercepted by the defense. And they'll take over first.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback checking off. Snags a quick pass on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. Toss sweep to the right. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
He's brought down at the 38.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. How about this methodical, soul-crushing drive? They've already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock as they snap it on second down. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play number 9 on this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw, it's Mung. This time he's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man quickly. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Got enough space. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mung. Throws to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Line getting set on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's Pater late in the game. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right?